All goes back to my theory. I said it first that I don't think this is a coincidence. How do you have that much money and you get caught for something like this? A man with that much money.
So you think someone had it out for him?
That one, I think he may have put a small target on him.
Because you know, I kind of hear that. I feel like this stuff happens every day, and obviously Kraft is a big name.
Yeah.
But I believe in America, all across the United States, soliciting prostitution takes place all the time. So is it a situation where was he doing more than just? They keep saying there's more names. It's not just Kraft.
I don't shut the tweeted. There's a bigger name outside of Robert Kraft.
Where the names at? This story broke when on last Friday.
Right.
Where the names at? Why is just Kraft? Is it Kraft's name out just because he has much more involvement?
Or is it because it's all the
video? Yep.
With his name being the one that is put out. I think it does have a connection to do with the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. Patriots are the most hated team. True or false?
That's true. But
team.
Because they're so hated.
The most hated team. You don't think that someone would want, Robert Kraft to get his hands dirty?
Because of the success of the team, I don't think.
Not at all.
Are you saying from like the league standpoint, someone would try to come after him because of the success of the team?
League, not the league. I just think that.
So this has been what, like I believe I read, it's been an 8-month investigation that the FBI has been doing, not just on Kraft, just on the spa, the place itself. It's been 8 months that they've been investigating, and now they finally got names. And when they build up enough evidence, that's when they released it, and boom. Especially if you have a guy like Robert Kraft, where everyone knows who he is, that's a perfect way to put it out there, and you make an example out of someone with that much money.
But like Mike just said, if they have a bigger name, why was his name the one that was put out there?
That's what it was. That's what was said. We don't know yet.
Robert Kraft, but then you have a name of someone who's bigger, who will have, who their name being said can cause more harm and more damage.
Right.
Why was Robert Kraft's name chosen?
It makes you think. It really does make you think, because again, like I said earlier, this guy's a saint in a sense of how he's carried himself throughout the years. Back in 2011 he lost his wife, and it's been obviously during those times it was tough for him. You could see the toll it was taking on him, losing his wife at that time. The team rallied around him, New England rallied around him, but now, years later, obviously the team's had so much success. I'm pretty sure he has a girlfriend. I could be wrong. I thought he had a girlfriend. Maybe not. But
I thought so too.
I thought he had a girlfriend. Between him and Belichick, I thought they was rolling around with something young.
He had a little nice team. He had a little PYT.
He probably did. Let's bring it to the comments now. Samuel just pointed out, if he got a target on him, it's because his embrace of hip-hop culture and fighting for police reform. Now, once again, pointing back to what I just said, he put a target on his back. Because how is it that now that he's in the light, he's supporting hip-hop music, he supported Meek Mill, he's on stage with Cardi B, all of a sudden this man with all this money can't get away with paying for a prostitute, but now you're getting caught?
I mean, Kraft's been doing this though.
Yeah, I can't believe this is not the first time he did this.
He's doing it. He's been doing it. But why is it that now it's being put out there after all his support in the hip hop culture and community?
He's been rocking Air Force Ones. He's been friends with Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, and all of these guys.
There's been a couple Super Bowls now that they showed up to the parties and whatnot.
This is the difference. This is the difference. Meek Mill's case was viral.
Sure.
It was blatant racism, blatant disrespect, blatant neglect. Okay? And now you have this man, this figure, supporting Meek Mills. This is not just him wearing Air Forces, supporting Rick Ross, being their friends. This is different, because this is a whole court case that went crazy, to have the world just in shock of how absurd this judge was being. So now you have this man trying to help reform these policies and police brutality coming in, and someone who has a bigger voice than you might have or that I might have. Right. I think that is definitely a bigger picture to this. I don't think it's a coincidence that it's just now being brought up, even though he's been doing this. That doesn't make sense to me.
All right, I'll say this on this, because you bring up great points. If anyone though believes, oh, because Robert Kraft switched up, because this is what I've seen. This is what I've seen on social media. So I'm gonna nip it on the butt right now. Oh, I've seen Robert Kraft needs to stop hanging out with Meek Mill. This is what happens. Or because Robert Kraft is cool with Meek Mill, you know, he started to embrace the hip hop culture, and he ended up getting caught going to prostitution. All right, I'm gonna say this without cussing. I'm gonna try my best.
Please do.
I'm trying to form the words. You are so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever believe, when have you ever heard or seen anything hip hop have to do with prostitution? Ever? I've seen some strip clubs. I've seen strippers and stuff like that in the hip hop culture. But I've never.
That right there is for the economy. You are helping. These are working women. Okay, but stripping is legal.
I tell you this: I've never heard any prostitution bars. I've never seen anything about prostitution in the hip hop culture. But when I think of prostitution, you know what I do think of? Old white men, old white rich men. But all of a sudden,
oh boy!
All of a sudden now. He's in the hip hop culture. We want to say, oh man, Robert Kraft, now he's hanging out with the hip hop culture. Now he's doing. No, this is what they do. Sorry, I'll be the one to say it. When you have that much money, you have that much power, you think you can get away with anything. I love Robert Kraft.
Various aspects of life, yes.
I love Robert Kraft a lot. You know, he's patriots and whatever it is. But it doesn't matter what his status is. We've seen in the past year or two, right, the Me Too movement. Mm-hmm. We've seen there's been a lot of people with a lot of money who's been abusing these women. Yeah. Because they have power. When you have power, all of a sudden, for some reason,
Kelly situation, the man with money, a man with power.
Oh boy!
All of a sudden, you think you can get away with anything. Mm-hmm. Robert Kraft's on top of the world right now.
Oh yeah,
six rings, living his best life. 77 years old. Like we said, he has a young Teneroni by his side. Mm-hmm. He think he can get away with anything. If you're going to Florida at 11 a.m. and you got a football game at 6:45, you know you can do whatever you want. And
private jet waiting to take them to Kansas City.
And you know, and when he gets pulled over, you think once he shows their face, the police are, oh, it's Robert.
Right, let him go.
Okay, let him go. Robert Kraft has probably gotten away with so much worse. And look, this is for a lot of owners out there. So I just don't want the connection between has to be with hip hop and Robert Kraft, and that is the why. That's why he got bopped or anything like that. Let's cut that noise.